What up, people? Today this video is going to be a quick video on someone, a subscriber asked me some pretty good questions about my experiences just having my hair like this. Like, what are my day-to-day experiences like, as far as weirdest comments, rudest comments, compliments I get, how do I approach women, and how do women approach me? How do people think that I'm Pan-African or Rasta? Like, do they automatically think that? And how do employers or clients perceive me? Well, I'll go down the list. Weirdest comments. I don't think I've had any. At least I can't remember any weird comments, if I have had them, or they weren't recent. So I haven't had any weird comments. Rude comments. I don't know if it was rude or more shock. But I was in a corner store one time, and I was, checking out, and I'm kind of like standing like at a diagonally, but so I can kind of see through my peripheral who is coming in through the door or whatever. And these two young girls come in, and they had to be at least 11, anywhere from 11 to 14 in that age range. And one of them saw me, and she walked in. She said, with the expletive, she said the F word, and I can hear her say it. So, and like, I kind of looked at her, and she was just looking at me like, why is your hair like that? So I don't know if that was. I mean, I guess it was rude, but I think it was more of a shock, like having never seen anyone with hair like mine. So that's how I took that. So I guess that would be the rudest comment. Compliments. I get a good bit of compliments. Compliments usually don't come from like strangers. Like, if you're out and about, a lot of times people may people may, well, with your hair like this anyway, they're more likely to give you a rude comment or snide, like say snide stuff than a person is to come up to you and compliment you on it. Compliments usually come from people who I encounter, well, in person, the ones that I encounter in person, like, they don't usually like off back compliment my hair, but like once I get to know them, then they ask the questions, and they may give me a lot of compliments. Via the internet, I mostly get compliments. So how do I approach women, and how do they approach me? I think that it's no different. I think for the most part, it's pretty easy. I think that it's easy for me to just interact with people who are women who like it, instead of someone who doesn't like it. Now, what I mean by that is, if you're going to approach a woman and she turns you down, then it just is what it is. Everybody has their discriminations or hang-ups, or just their personal preferences. Like, they just don't rock with people who, they just wouldn't rock with someone who has their hair like this. So it's pretty easy for me just to vibe with those women who like it, But I've also encountered women who don't like it, but it's not all about approaching someone to talk to them just on a solely based on you want to have a relationship with them. I've encountered women, well, they don't fuck with it like this, but I can still talk to them and just have a regular friendship. So it's no different. I don't think it's any different. The ones who approach me, 9 times out of 10, obviously, they don't have a problem with it. They're not looking to change it. They actually welcome it. They like it. They dig it, and so they approach you. And I think a lot of times my hair has been a catalyst for like an icebreaker per se. You know, I'll get a compliment. They'll compliment me about my hair and, you know, ask me about it, how long I've been growing, ask me a few questions about it, and then, you know, I answer those questions, and the conversation just catapults from there. So it's actually been um, a catalyst for meeting some pretty cool people, even some relationships. So I don't think it's any different for me. Like I said, the ones who like it, they're gonna, you know, they're gonna approach you, or vice versa. Y'all gonna be in each other's space some kind of way. So, do people think I'm a Rasta or a Pan African? Do they automatically think that? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure a lot of people do. I won't say a lot of people. I'm pretty sure people who see me, I'm pretty sure they do think that I'm one of those sects of people. I take I've studied Rastafari. I've studied it a few years back, so I know some about it. So I take a little bit of knowledge and the way I carry myself from a lot of sects of black culture, so I can see how they may think it. But those, not to say that these sects of people have to be perfect people, but they're supposed to be about, you know, upliftment, clean living, and, you know, things of that nature, and good character. So just solely based on what I know about those ways of life, and just solely just looking at someone and then saying, okay, he's a Rasta, or he's a whatever it may be, you know, I don't put people in a box like that, because that's how you set yourself up for failure. You put expectations on that person that, you know, they don't even, you know about, or that they shouldn't even have put up on them. So they shouldn't, but I understand that people do it. Obviously people do it. People think that, what do they call it? You know, a lot of times people think I'm a hotep, because that's the word for a lot of woke people. And so I kind of see how they can, because most of those people, they have my look. You know what I mean? So, but I'm pretty sure they do, but I don't think that they should, just based on my appearance. You know what I mean? Because I can be like the worst person, and, you know, those things are supposed to be, or typically are good, or connected with people who are with upliftment. And, you know, for all they know, I don't even like, or I have something against these groups of people. So they shouldn't, but I'm pretty sure they do. How do employers and clients view me? Um, with this set of locks, with this set of Freeform locks, man, I've been working for. I recently started working for like a family owned my family owned like business. So I mean, it's my family, it's my people. So that is what it is. But my first set of Freeform locks, because I can give you a better gauge of like, you know, going for employers from with that set of locks, because that set of locks, I think that you'd be surprised. I think that the first thing, well, as far as employment goes, man, and this is a thing that I think a lot of us who grow our hair like this, we don't really touch on it a lot. As far as employment, money, and all these things, it's not really touched on a lot, or in depth. You want to have like all your personal ducks in a row. Resumes, the way you dress, carry yourself. Like, always keep blazers, man. Always keep, you know, like, nice dress clothes. Presentation is a lot. Um, Confidence, the way the confidence that you carry yourself with. Like, a lot of times your confidence is already dissipated because you think that they're not gonna hire me with my hair like this. So your confidence, the way you don't have that same confidence. You may not know it or not. You may not know it, but you don't have that same confidence. Because you've already hindered yourself because you think that they won't hire you anyway. So your confidence won't be as high. As, you know, you're gonna go into the job, um, on a just not you just won't have the same confidence. Um, I actually went to interviews, and I don't think that this was 2012, 2013 ish. Um, I don't think that I was not hired because of my hair. I can't think of a establishment I went to, and you know they didn't hire me because of my hair. So I think that confidence plays a lot into that. Now, because I've went to interviews and like blown them out the water, man, and you know they didn't. It's a fine line between them viewing you as just some dude or woman with crazy hair, or them viewing you as, wow, like that person right there is pretty intriguing. You know what I'm saying? And so I've like I said, I've gone to interviews and just blew them out of the water, and then we ended up, my hair ended up being a talking point in that interview. Not in a bad way, not of them asking, no, them just asking me questions about it, and then me giving them some insight on why I'm growing my hair like this and whatnot, and how do I take care of it, and all of these things. I think a lot of these, like, you have to be ready to interviews. You have to be ready to answer questions that's not about the job at the drop of a dime. Like, you have to be ready to answer those questions. Like, that all goes with confidence and just always thinking. You feel what I'm saying? So, how do they view me? I mean, I haven't had any complaints about it or anything. So, I guess I, I can't really call that. Like I said, I haven't had any hangups. I just think that don't go in there with the mindset of, man, they're not gonna hire me, and so you already counted yourself out. I think we give this stuff. Now, I'm also not trying to sell you a dream and act like you can just roll up in most jobs with your hair like this and they're gonna hire you. Like, that would be irresponsible of me to put the information out there. It's very dependent on a lot of variables, man. For one, I mean, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're trying to go into a certain caliber of jobs with certain kind of settings, then you're not going to get hired. 9 times out of 10 probably won't. So just keep that in mind. Be realistic. I'm not. A lot of people say, well, no, you can just start your own business. That sounds good, but I'm also real. Like I said, I'm realistic about things, man. I don't know. I wouldn't tell someone just off rip without knowing them. So I wouldn't put that in there out there as a general thing. Just say, you know what? Well, if you got Freeform locks, just start your own business. I mean, yes, and at the end goal, you would like to start your own business, and you should be working towards starting your own business. But I understand also that everyone is not in position to start their own business at the moment, or they may never be, and that's just the beast of life. People they just may not be in position right now to start their own business. People also might not have the leadership skills to start a business, and that's not a bad thing. To start and run a business, that's not a bad thing. People hear that and they may think that it's a bad thing. Everybody doesn't have the same level of leadership skills, or same level of quality of leadership, and being able to run something and be in charge of things. Some people aren't meant to be in charge of things and to be running it, and so that's just my realistic point of view on that, as far as employment goes and all of these things. Be ready to make changes, be ready to make, or not. I think you have to, everyone has a ideal of how they want to live in life, so or things that they want to do in life. And there may be certain jobs or a certain amount of income that you would like to have in order to carry those things out in your life. So you may run into a great job and you have Freeform locks, and they may say, you know what, I need you to, can you cut it or whatever, and you have to make that decision. That's a decision that's contingent upon the specific person. So that would be my advice on, as far as employment goes. High employers looked at me. I think it's presentation, man. Presentation carries you a long way. Presentation, confidence. Those things, if you have those things, doesn't automatically mean you're going to get hired. But I think that those things weigh on a person's mind. Whether, just whoever it may be, someone hiring you, someone you want to date, someone, just anything. Those traits, those qualities, that if you have them, if you present them, they weigh on a person's mind. They stick with people. So I hope I answered those questions thoroughly. This was one of my best videos, because I think I kind of went through it pretty smoothly. A lot of times, man, I want to make more videos, but I don't always articulate myself well on videos, and it kind of bothers me, man. Like, in conversation, in regular conversation, like, I mean, it's smoothly. It's not choppy as it is on video. Video is like, because I'm talking to myself in my phone, so it's not always fluent, and a lot of times people get my videos like mixed up. They get the message wrong, but whatever, it's gonna happen. But yeah, like I said, I hope I answered those questions fluently and thoroughly, and see y'all next video, man.